It's high school playoff basketball on the Greyhounds Sports Network as the Boerne Greyhounds take on the Marque High School Cougars in the second round of the Region 4 4A postseason. Brent Freeman here with you on the Greyhounds Sports Network as Boerne takes on the Marque. The winner will advance to the region quarterfinals to take on Lavernia. This game taking place on the campus of Yoakum High School inside Bulldogs Gym. Boerne coming off a win over Gonzales in the opening round on Saturday in San Antonio. Marque coming off of a win over Sitten on Tuesday. Both punching their ticket to round two, and this game is underway. As the Greyhounds force an early turnover, again Boerne enters this area round matchup after having defeated Gonzales on Saturday in San Antonio 76-41. The Greyhounds led that game by just 2 points at halftime, but Boerne ran away in the second half as Ben Phillips starts the game off with a three for the Greyhounds on their first offensive possession. Boerne outscored Gonzales in the second half 50-17 this past weekend. 4 players reached double figures as Boerne forces another turnover. That effort was led by Luke Whitby, who put up 18 in the win over Gonzales. So 2 early turnovers for the Cougars, and Boerne trying to capitalize again. Open shot left short by Whitby. Marque gets a defensive stop. The Greyhounds, with that win over Gonzales, have now won 11 straight. They were undefeated in 28 4A play, winning the district championship. The last time Boerne lost was nearly 2 months ago, January the 8th, to Antonian. So tonight, Boerne looking to move past the second round for what would be a 4th year in a row. Greyhounds staying in the trademark zone defense. A triple team underneath, but fighting through it and scoring Jordan Spry for Marque. The story of the Cougars, they're 16-5 this season. And they didn't play their opening round playoff game until Tuesday because of last week's winter storm. Wide open underneath. Devin Stiles couldn't score, but a foul whistled against the Cougars. First foul against either team. And Boerne will inbound the basketball. So again, Marque didn't play its first playoff game until 2 nights ago. They had a 14-day layoff between games as Boerne turns it over. And then a foul whistled against the Greyhounds, their first. And it's whistled against Joaquin Gonzales. In their playoff win over Sitten, Marque won handily, 62-40. And the big quarter was the second quarter for the Marque, outscoring Sitten 24-4 to put that game away early. As the Marque grabs its first lead of the game, bucket knocked in by Kevin Boone. 2 minutes gone by and a 1-point Cougar advantage. You look back at the regular season for the Marque, they ended the regular season with a tough loss against Stafford. That denied Marque a district championship of its own. Stiles hits a three for the corner. The junior, the Greyhounds' 4th leading scorer this season, coming off a 17-point effort in the win over Gonzales on Saturday. A reminder, by the way, coming up tomorrow, girls playoff basketball action as the Greyhounds take on Devine in the region semifinals. A game you can watch right here on the Greyhounds Sports Network. Nearly 3 minutes gone by. Boerne's made a couple of threes. They lead it 6-4. Before that regular season finale loss to Stafford, Marque had won 13 straight games. This after a slow start to their season, in which they came out of the gate 2-4. Stiles got hacked underneath by Ryan Anthony Edwards. This will lead to free throws here for the Greyhounds. So Marque is back into the postseason for the 9th straight year, and they're looking to advance past the area round for the 6th time in the last 7 years. That's the story on this Cougar basketball team as Stiles lines up the first of 2 on the season. Devin Stiles, a 68% free throw shooter. The Greyhounds as a team have struggled from the line, 59% collectively for the Greyhounds this season. One more coming up for Stiles. And Boerne grabs an 8-4 lead in the midst of a mini 5-0 run. More than 3 minutes have gone by in this second round playoff game. Winner against Boerne, coming off of a win over West Oso last night. And again, they await the winner of this game in the region quarterfinals. Offensively, Cougars, a team averaging about 58 points a game. Boerne's averaging 72. Much more prolific offensively this season, as the Cougars are trying to find a crack at this disciplined Greyhound zone defense. Here's Landon Garner. Jump pass taken away by Stiles. Good anticipation as the Greyhounds force a turnover. Now defensively, Boerne's been really good this year. They're only giving up 44 points a game. They have surrendered 60 or more just 4 times all season long. Here's Whitby. Inside to Stiles, banging down low against Terrence Cooper and scores. What a start for Devin Stiles. He has 7. And Boerne on a 7-0 run. A whistle, and Lamarque goes over and back. Garner the turnover. Back-to-back turnovers for the Cougars. Basketball back to Boerne. And a timeout taken by the Cougars. A chance to talk more about Greyhounds head coach Kimball McCone, that his 12th season as Greyhounds head coach has now piled up over the course of his coaching career, more than 440 wins. And again, has done some great things with this program. 23 wins in the regular season this year for Boerne. And they have now pieced together 6 consecutive 20-win seasons under the watch of coach Kimball McCone. And they are now 1 win away from matching their total from a year ago, as they finished 24-10 last season. And Boerne is in the playoffs for a 12th consecutive year. They've never missed it with Kimball McCone as their head coach. And they have gone 3 rounds deep in each of the past 3 seasons. Last year's run of the playoffs ended with a heartbreaking 1-point loss to Stafford in the region finals. And of course, Stafford hails from the same district as Lamarque. Cougars with some pressure defense. Boerne breaks it. Galloway, the pass into the corner. 3-pointer, Luke Whitby. And Boerne rolling right now. 10-0 run for the Greyhounds. The senior Luke Whitby led the team in scoring on Saturday, put up 18 points. This after a really strong close to the regular season for Whitby. Over the final 5 games of the season, Whitby averaged more than 16 points a game on 73% shooting. 5 minutes gone by. Greyhounds early advantage here from Yoakum High School, site of the second round of the Region 4 Class 4A playoffs. Corner 3, Cougars, yes. Kevin Boone has 5 for Lamarque. Coming off a 12-point effort of his own in Tuesday's win over Sinton. The Cougars were led by Terrence Cooper, who scored 18 on Tuesday night. Lamarque hailing from the greater Houston area, Boerne in the greater San Antonio area. This is Region 4 playoff basketball. Gonzalez, a pass inside as Phillip goes off the glass. 5 of the game for Ben Phillip. 15-7 Greyhound lead. Coming up in the final 2 minutes of the opening quarter. Survive and advance. These two teams looking to move past the second round. Coming off their first round wins. A little more rest for Boerne. They last played on Saturday. And the pass from Landon Garner got kicked. And Lamarque will inbound. Boerne having some good early offensive success against a good defensive Lamarque team. They're giving up just 50 points a game this year. The most they've given up since January the 2nd is 60. Inside, Boone, the turnaround. And Phillip has the rebound for the Greyhounds. Very efficient offense so far for Boerne. Coming off that rout over Gonzalez, in which they put up 76 but did not play well in the first half, as Joaquin Gonzalez travels. And this is an area of concern if you're Kimball McCone. Boerne's habit of turning the basketball over. They're averaging close to 17 turnovers a game. They've committed 20 or more 9 times this season. 9 of their 26 games. 8-point Greyhound lead. Less than 90 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Remember, the second quarter was when Marque really turned things up in their win on Tuesday. Here's Wayne Green. Back to Gardner. Marque still trying to figure out this zone defense. Gardner makes the defense collapse, finds an open teammate. Good block by Phillip, but recovering is Boone and scores again. I beg your pardon, Terrence Cooper, the basket. His first here tonight. Second team All-District a year ago as a junior. Under minutes ago, 6-point Boerne lead, 15-9. And the Marque led briefly 4-3. Since then, all Greyhounds. Whitby. Boerne has not gone to the bench yet in the first quarter. Phillip a long three. Yes! Ben Phillip from distance. 2 threes in the game already for Phillip. Made 93 three-pointers in the regular season. The rest of the team combined made 82. He is the Greyhounds' marksman from deep. A 47% shooter from the outside in the regular season. Final seconds, first quarter. Marque's got to get it up. Shot at the buzzer. Short by Cooper. And the Greyhounds are doubling up the Cougars at the end of one. Big quarter for Ben Phillip and for Devin Stiles. 8 for Phillip, 7 for Stiles. Boerne holds a 9-point lead heading into the second.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Hi, my name is Michael Glick with Glick Insurance. Since 1991, I've been assisting you and your family with all of your insurance needs. At Glick Insurance, we pride ourselves in educating before selling to ensure you get the best coverage and rates available. We not only offer a wide range of products, but we also offer customizable options and regular check-ins to review and make sure your policy is up to date. To start your coverage today, call Glick Insurance at 830-816-2811 or visit us online at glickinsurance.com.
Ready to start the second quarter. Boerne on top of Marque, 18-9. Big first quarter for Ben Phillip and for Devin Stiles, 8 and 7 points respectively. Phillip stays hot. That's his third three. 11 in the game for Phillip already. Scored 14 in the win over Gonzalez on Saturday. Lighting it up for the Greyhounds early on, a 12-point lead. Second quarter just underway here from Yoakum High School. Neutral site game here. Boerne played at the NEISD arena on Saturday. It was a kind roll in the three for Kevin Boone. Hit the rim, high off the backboard and in. Boone has 8, leading the way for the Cougars. It's a 21-12 lead for Boerne, I beg your pardon, over Marque. Nearly 1 minute gone by here in the second. Again, you look at the 5 on the floor for the Greyhounds. They have not made a substitution yet. Galloway into the corner. That three-pointer short from Phillip. Stiles has a chance though for an old-fashioned three-point play. Boy, the combo of Devin Stiles and Ben Phillip has been impressive to watch here tonight. Again, good rebound from Stiles. And now a chance again for a three-point play. Would put him into double figures for the 11th time this year, and there you go. And a perfect 3 from the line as well for Stiles. And the Greyhounds on top by a dozen, their largest lead here tonight, 24-12. Lamarque looking for answers offensively. Trying to keep up with a red-hot Greyhound offense. They haven't had many empty possessions so far here in the first half. Drive inside, tough shot. Won't go for Cooper, but there for the rebound and the stick back is Wayne Green, his first bucket. Green was the Cougars' second leading scorer in their win over Sinton. Looking more at that win and what Coach Kevin Wilcox said afterwards, thought they could have played better. That being said, in a 22-point win, didn't think they were focused for all 4 quarters. Phillip way off on that three. Green has the rebound. He was impressed, though, with the way his team played defense on Tuesday, as the travel is called against Lamarque, whistled against Green, and Boerne gets it back. And, of course, that Cougar defense held Sinton to just 40 points on Tuesday night. When looking ahead of Boerne, Coach Wilcox said he expects his team to raise its level of play and assured that they'd be ready. But Boerne has a 10-point lead, early stage of the second quarter, and that bucket waved off. Offensive foul whistled against Luke Whitby. Charge drawn by Boone, and the Greyhounds will make a sub. Joaquin Gonzalez is into the game in place of Rashawn Galloway. Should note Houston Hendricks on the floor as well for the Greyhounds. Only 6 players have played this game so far for Boerne. Greyhounds with a trap. Gonzalez a tip and takes it away. Greyhounds attack, leading by 10. Gonzalez open look at a 3. And the rebound secured by Boone. Gonzalez not really dependent on the outside shot this season. Has made just 8 3-pointers all year. A shot Lamarque will let the Greyhounds take. Corner 3. Terrence Cooper. And the Cougars have cut this once 12-point lead down to 7. Inside of 5 minutes to go in the first half. Again, this is the second round of the Class 4A Region 4 playoffs, at a timeout called by Boerne. A look at the bracket in Class 4A Region 4. And again, the winner of this game will move on to take on Lavernia. They got the win over the West Oso Bears last night. Lavernia awaits the winner in the region quarterfinal round. You see how the teams have gotten to this point. Lavernia got a win over fellow 24-8 member Davenport in the opening round. West Oso a victory over Brassasport. And Lamarque the rout over Sinton, and Boerne a 35-point shellacking of Gonzalez on Saturday. Other teams still playing in Region 4, by the way, include 9th-ranked Stafford, the team that knocked out Boerne from the playoffs a year ago, 25th-ranked Somerset, Crystal City, and Fredericksburg. The Billies still playing in the playoffs right now. And into the top 25 are some of the teams in it. These 2 teams both ranked in the top 25 as Stiles puts it in. He has a dozen. And the Greyhounds, after the timeout, score and go ahead by 9. The Greyhounds ranked 5th in the latest State 4A rankings. Lamarque ranked 16th as the Cougars turn it over again. Boerne's defense doing a good job forcing the Cougars into miscues, and then a foul whistled against Lamarque. They're going to get Brandon Jones for the hold of Whitby. And that's a 14th foul against Lamarque. Coming up at the halfway point of the second quarter. Boerne is led for most of the game. Touch pass inside to Phillip, out to Hendricks. Now works it out, open look at a 3 for the outside. Left short by Whitby. And here come the Cougars trailing by 9. They've trailed by as many as 12. So much length for the Greyhounds in this zone defense. Tough for the Cougars to find passing lanes right now. Garner measures up against Gonzalez. Into the corner. That time the three from Cooper short, and the rebound to Phillip. Again, Phillip, top scorer for the Greyhounds this year, more than 15 points per game. So far tonight has 11. Devin Stiles leads all Greyhound scorers with a dozen. Those two have accounted for all but 3 of the Greyhound points here tonight. Phillip attacks and throws it down. Ben Phillip right to the rack. 13 of the game for Phillip. 11-point Boerne lead. 3 minutes to go until halftime. Again, the second quarter is when Marque pulled away from Sinton 2 nights ago. Different story here as Phillip has a loose ball. Another Cougar turnover. 11-point Greyhound lead, approaching the final 2.5 of the first half. In the corner, wide open, and Phillip makes the Cougars pay. Nails a 3, his 4th, and that will lead to a timeout for the Cougars. And his teammates are loving it. 16 of the game already for Ben Phillip. Red hot shooting for the Greyhounds. The senior putting this team on his back right now. And the 14-point lead is the largest for the Greyhounds here tonight. And again, Ben Phillip taking the Cougars off the dribble. Next possession, nailed a 3. As you look at the Greyhound fans here in attendance, making the drive over from the Hill Country here to Yoakum High School. And hoping to follow Boerne into the next round where they could potentially play Lavernia. Talking more about this Cougar program with their head coach, Kevin Wilcox, in his 4th season now at Marque High School, approaching the 100-win milestone, has 91 at his alma mater. Kevin Wilcox graduated from Marque back in 1995, and there he is with the dry erase board in hand. Was a 4-sport athlete for the Cougars. He played college football before getting into coaching. And the more he got involved in youth sports, the more he realized he wanted to become a coach. And he called the moment that he got the job at Marque 4 years ago as a dream come true. And it has been a great fit. Wilcox is the 2-time reigning district coach of the year. And this team has been red hot as of late. They've won 14 of their past 15 games. But in trouble here, down 14, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the first half. Tough shot on the turnaround. Won't roll in for Jordan Spry. And Whidbey has the rebound for Boerne. Greyhounds right now in the midst of a 7-0 run. In control throughout the first half. Galloway back at point guard. Here's Hendricks. Again, only 6 Greyhounds have entered the game tonight. Hendricks, the only player off the bench who has played. Inside Whidbey. Off a good pass from Phillip. Second bucket for Whidbey. 9-0 Greyhounds run. 16-point lead, their largest. Try to pull away for the Cougars. Looking to set up a date with Lavernia in round 3. Tough runner for Wayne Green, and Whidbey has the rebound. 4-year varsity player Luke Whidbey. Team second leading scorer this season as the Greyhounds turn it over. That could be the best way Marque could have to get back into the game. Boerne mistakes. 60 seconds to go, trailing by 16. Baseline drive and stepping out of bounds, Kevin Boone. And while Boerne, yes, is prone to mistakes, it doesn't do Marque much good if they can't capitalize. Under a minute to go. 33-17 Greyhounds. Hendricks. Out to Galloway. Boerne in no hurry right now with 45 seconds left. Greyhounds led by 9 at the end of 1. That lead is ballooned to 16. Looking for a quality possession as we approach halftime. Instead, a loose ball. It's taken away by Rianne Anthony Edwards. Edwards left open and hits the runner. First bucket tonight for Edwards. ends Boerne's 9-0 run. Under 20 seconds to go. Gonzalez. Now to the high post. Hendricks inside. Whidbey off the glass. Rattles it in. And the Greyhounds will take a 16-point lead into the halftime locker rooms. Boerne halfway towards a date with the Lavernia Bears in round 3. They lead the Marque at the end of 2, 35-19. Big first half for Devin Stiles and Ben Phillip leading the way with the Greyhounds on top by 16.
Hi, I'll take the
I'm
Charger
gonna get the
burger.
Greyhound burger, please.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Charger burger. Mushrooms, Swiss, caramelized onions.
Greyhound burger, bacon and American cheese.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Hey
Guys, you can like both of them at the same time.
We'll take 2.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking? Love in the window. Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
The last few months have been challenging for everyone. As teachers, we have faced unexpected changes that have been outside of what we have ever done before.
While teachers have been ready and willing to do whatever it takes, it's been a bit more difficult to navigate.
With new expectations, our normal responsibilities have doubled in order to keep our students and staff safe.
That's why it's even more appreciated that Smoky Moe's Barbecue is always there for the Greyhounds.
Is always there for the champion Chargers.
Thanks, Smoky Moe's, for stepping in when we needed you most.
Hello everyone and welcome to another edition of the Boerne Insider. I'm Courtney Bruce. As the old saying goes, why'd the chicken cross the road? Well, the answer at Boerne ISD is to serve our special needs and behavior students with additional learning tools. As you're going to see today, we're going to check out Van Rob and Faber Elementary and see how they have a very unique relationship with chickens. Chickens have been an important part of Van Rob Elementary School since the fall of 2018. Thanks to a grant from the Fair Oaks Ranch Wildlife Committee, the Van Rob chickens have been utilized in a variety of ways, including helping behavior and life skills students learn.
I've learned that they're delicate creatures and you can't mess with them that much, and they want to be alone sometimes. They want to have their own space. You have to leave it alone sometimes and let them do what they want to do.
It's like a friend, like a buddy. It's like a buddy you see every day, and it's like you just want to hold them and take care of them. And they basically just run to you when we come out. Our responsibilities as well.
Van Rob principal Jamie Robinson said his campus has benefited from having the chickens on campus.
So they became the chicken tenders, and it's like an honorable. It's kind of like being in Scouts. You're an Eagle Scout or whatever. These are chicken tenders, and so they are the ones that each year they seem to get better and better and more knowledgeable. And as the younger students look forward to it, so when they become fourth graders, then they become more knowledgeable, and we make more progress with what we have out here for the chickens.
In the past 3 years, the Van Rob chickens have laid eggs that were donated to families in need. Eagle Scouts have built the mega coop and wash station, and chicks have been hatched on campus. Every day, the chickens and students are mutually benefiting one another, and it's great to see.
Well, when kids learn about what do we do and how to work with animals, and really just engage learning and taking care of and growing ideas, And that's been exciting because if you make the learning exciting, then more kids are in tune and they want to do more. So it becomes a passion at that moment.
When we come back, we're going to learn about the brand new chickens at Fabre Elementary School.
In honor of Black History Month, we recognize 2011 champion high school graduate Madison Turner. It has been said that Madison is considered the best basketball player to ever come out of Champion High School, as he was an integral part of the team's success. As a point guard, he averaged 24 points per game and took the team to the regional finals in 2011. After graduation, Madison went on to the University of Texas Permian Basin, where he earned a degree in marketing. After graduating college, Madison has had a successful career in the oil and gas industry. Madison's talent and leadership, on and off the court, will always be remembered at Champion High School and our community.
This week, the Boerne Insider Limelight recognizes Dylan Howe, a 5th grader from Kendall Elementary. Dylan is a model student who loves to participate in extracurricular activities, especially the KNDL News Team.
Well, it really brings into the fact that kids need to learn teamwork and learn a little bit about technology in the process. And it's very important because we get to learn public speaking and easier in front of a camera and more students.
5th grade teacher Alexa Schaefer thinks Dylan is a great representative of the school and of Boerne ISD.
As you probably know, we've had lots of new children join our campus throughout this year in the transition from e-learning back into in-person. And he reaches out to them in just a very gentle and subtle way without making it apparent so that no one feels left out.
The Boerne Insider Limelight is sponsored by the Boerne Education Foundation. Thank you for supporting every student, every teacher, and every school in Boerne ISD.
Welcome back to the Boerne Insider. Earlier this school year, Fabre Elementary became the latest Boerne ISD school to welcome chickens to their campus, thanks to a grant from the Boerne Education Foundation. The Fabre chickens are used in a number of ways, including teaching students about what animals need to survive, learning about chores and responsibilities, counting and sorting eggs by color, and so much more.
Egg.
I think it's eggs.
How much feed?
We get to feed them.
So you have to, every now and then you have to rake out all the hay and then give them new hay, and you have to change their food daily.
The chickens also help autistic and emotionally sensitive students to calm or reset them. Visits to see the chickens serve as a great change of environment for those students and help them restart their emotions.
Our chickens serve multiple purposes. One is to teach our kids responsibility, teach them how to care for something else that's alive, just a ton of just basic responsibility kind of lessons. But it also teaches some of them that are struggling with their emotions or struggling with bad moods for the day. They can come out, it gets them a reset, they feed the chickens, it calms them down. We go back into class and we see a great difference in our behavior. So the chickens for us serve multiple purposes.
The chickens also serve as a built-in reward system. Students will work hard all day in order to earn the opportunity to feed the chickens with a treat.
It's a reward for our kids to get to come out to interact and just observe them and see how they interact with one another and learn just more about chickens in everyday life.
Had so much fun at Van Rob and Fabre Elementary, spending some time with the chickens. We've learned all about them, and it's amazing because Boerne ISD showcases how we can be innovative and watch the kids grow and learn while they're spending time with chickens. Thank you so much for watching this edition of the Boerne Insider. I'm Courtney Bruce.
Hi, I'll take the
I'm
Charger
gonna get the
burger.
Greyhound burger, please.
Greyhound burger. Charger burger. Charger burger. Mushrooms, Swiss, caramelized onions.
Greyhound burger, bacon and American cheese.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Greyhound burger.
Charger burger.
Hey guys, you can like both of them at the same time.
We'll take two.
Box combo, please.
At Raising Cane's, we do one thing, and we do it better than anyone else. So why not let our food do the talking?
Love in the window.
Raising Cane's, only the best chicken finger meals. One love.
And ready to start the second half. Boerne on top 35-19. The Greyhounds again led for a majority of the first half. Only time the Marque led was 4-3. Greyhounds led at the end of one, 18-9, and then outscored the Cougars in the second quarter 17-10. So the Marque looking for a spark early in the third quarter, but an early miss on the drive by Wayne Green. And back comes Boerne trying to build upon his 16-point lead. Again, a big first half as that shot spins out for Devin Stiles. He was one of the players who had a big first half as that foul is whistled against Jordan Spry for the Cougars. Stiles scored a dozen for the Greyhounds, while Ben Phillips scored 16. Only 3 Greyhound players scored in the first half. The only other Boerne player to score beyond those two was Luke Whitby, who scored 7. Meanwhile, Stiles is now a perfect 4-4 from the foul line and trying to make it 5 of 5. It was a 24-17 game. Since then, a 12, make it 13-2 run, and 14 for Devin Stiles. Boerne has made a habit of ripping through its competition as that shot defended well. Offensive rebound, the Marque put back, won't go for Cooper. Back in the Greyhounds, leading by 18 points, in control for most of this game. 5th-ranked team of the state, leading by 18 points. Going back to Boerne's season again, not really tested much. Just 3 of their games, only 3 decided by 5 points or less. They won their 10 district games by an average of more than 36 points a game. Drive inside, Galloway. 20-point Greyhound lead. First basket for the senior Rashawn Galloway. Again, a great facilitator. Galloway, team leader in assists, gets his own bucket there. That shot down the hatch for Kevin Boone. He's been a bright spot for the Marque in this game, has 10. Only player for the Cougars in double figures. First, second half bucket for the Marque. Joaquin Gonzalez missed the floater. Boone the rebound. And here come the Cougars after getting a rare defensive stop. Transition bucket, spins in. Rianne Anthony Edwards has 4. Lead is back down to 16 for Boerne. 2 minutes gone by in the third quarter. The only close 28-4 game Boerne had was an overtime win at Fredericksburg. Good pass, Gonzalez into Whitby. Whitby has 9. And a 41-23 Boerne lead. Only one game for the Greyhounds was decided by a single possession, and that was way back in November, the season opener. Shot pops out by Boone. Put back won't go. Phillips saves it in to Stiles. That season opener was a 2-point loss to Lanier, 45-43. Long time ago. A little more than 5 minutes to go in the third. Greyhounds a comfortable 18-point lead. Here's Whitby. Works it back outside. Stiles finds a cutter. Phillip can't finish. Back come the Cougars in transition. Nice pass inside. Edwards into Boone. A dozen for Kevin Boone. Good frame, 6'7", lengthy at 166 pounds. As matches point total from Tuesday's win over Sinton. Lead back down to 16, but the Cougars can't trade baskets. They need more stops. They need more offense. Phillip is bailed out by his coach, Kimball McCone, as he calls for a timeout. More on this Cougar team, again coming off A 16-5 finish to the regular season, winning 14 of their final 15 games. Just missing out on a perfect run through 25 4A play, finishing 11-1. A year ago, a remarkable 32-win season for Coach Wilcox's Marque program. They got eliminated by powerhouse Houston Yates in the third round. They had an all-state player on last year's team, Jordan Ivy Curry, who's now playing at UTSA as a freshman for the Roadrunners out of Conference USA. Marque has been one of the better 4A programs in the greater Houston area over the past 10 years. They reached the state semifinals 3 times between 2011 and 2016, including a run to the state championship game in 2011. Out of the timeout, Whidbey attacks and puts it in. 3 Greyhounds now in double figures. Whidbey has 11. Back out to an 18-point Boerne lead. These two playing at Yoakum High School in Bulldogs Gym. Neutral site game in round 2. Winner against Livonia in the region quarterfinals later this week. Tough follow away. Good. Kevin Boone continues to be a bright spot for the Marque. 14 of the game. He has scored more than half of the Cougars' total, 43-27. Marque in his own defense. Boerne staying patient, not trying to rush its offense. Here's Phillip, long 3, and the rebound back in by Boone. Back in the Cougars. A little more than 11 minutes to go in this game. There's time for Marque, but they can't afford many empty possessions. That's not empty, as Wayne Green buries a 3. 4-3 the game for the Marque. Lead out of 13. Inside Styles. And foul. It's whistled against Terrence Cooper. Can't believe it. Well, look at this again. And there you see Styles. Not a lot of contact there, but the Greyhounds won't complain about the call as Styles has the free throw line where he has been really good tonight. A perfect 5 of 5. Again, this Boerne offense has been so good this season, averaging more than 70 points a game. They are shooting 52% for the floor as a team. They have failed to shoot under 50% just once since January the 2nd. They're also shooting well from the outside this year at a 39% clip, and they have made 10 or more threes in 4 games this season. Officials are talking after Styles made the shot. I think they're trying to make sure they have the foul on the right player. It was against Cooper. And one more for Styles. Hits them both, stays perfect at the line. 16 of the game for Styles, ties Phillip for the team lead. 45-30, Boerne advantage. Under 3 minutes to go. Long 3, down the chute for Rion Anthony Edwards. And Marque has played much better offensively here in the third quarter. 14 points already after scoring just 19 in the entire first half. Phillip, the answer 3. 5 threes for Ben Phillip. Back out to a 15-point Greyhound advantage. So while Marque has gotten better offensively, Boerne still finding ways to score. And then a whistle and a travel. Can't do that. Edwards went up into the air after he put the ball on the floor, tried to gather it back. That's a turnover against the Cougars. And back come the Greyhounds, leading 48-33 as we approach 2 minutes to go in the third. Galloway puts it up. Won't go from the outside. Boone the rebound. Edwards, the floater. rolls in. Tough shot over Devin Stiles. Edwards a good quarter. 7 in the third for Rion Anthony Edwards. And now 9 of the game. But beyond he and Boone, not much help. Gonzalez off the heel of the iron. Rolls in for his first basket tonight. Gonzalez didn't score in Saturday's game against Gonzalez High School. 15-point Boerne advantage. Final 90 seconds coming up in the third. The winner moves on to face Livonia in the region quarterfinals. Edwards, step back. In the corner, three-pointer short by Green. Again, Marque has done a much better job offensively here in the third quarter. But Boerne has scored 15 third-quarter points of its own. Galloway open and hits. Rashawn Galloway a three. 8 threes made by Boerne tonight. 18-point Greyhound lead with a minute to go in the third. Boone, the turnaround. Good. He continues to impress for the Marque. 16 for Kevin Boone. But again, he needs some help. The Marque now with a trap in the backcourt. Gonzalez up ahead of Galloway. Finds a shooter, Phillip, off in the corner three. And here comes the Marque. There's about a 12-second difference between the clock on your screen and the clock in the gym. So we'll hit 0 before the clock you see at the bottom of your screen does. 6 seconds to go. Garner lost it. Phillip, Garner battling for it. And that will end the third quarter. And the Greyhounds are 8 minutes away from advancing past the second round for a fourth year in a row on top of the Marque. 53-37. Fourth quarter coming up on the Greyhounds Sports Network.
Better service, faster results. Let Toyota Boerne be your next pick for service. We're family owned and operated. And with express maintenance at our state-of-the-art service center, you'll be in and out in a flash. Right now, get 50% off your next oil change and complimentary loaner cars and rentals. Plus, service from our Toyota certified technicians is a recipe for success. Don't wait. Experience Vic's Pick for yourself. If you want the job done right, schedule your next service at Toyota Boerne.
Boerne on top as we start the fourth quarter, 53-37. Only time the Marque has led was very early, 4-3 in the first quarter. Greyhounds have been in control since then. Big game from Ben Phillip, 19 points. Devin Stiles has 16 for the Greyhounds as well. And Stiles adds to that total. 18 for Devin Stiles. The Marque has been led by Kevin Boone with 16 points. Rian Anthony Edwards has 9. Not much beyond those two for the Cougars here tonight. Again, the Marque looking to advance past the area round for the 6th time in 7 years, but they're in trouble. Missed 3 by Boone. Cougars have the rebound. Again, they can ill afford empty possessions, down 18. Boone off on the turnaround. Rebound collected by Galloway. Greyhounds have numbers. Galloway attacks. Rebound put back off the window for Ben Phillip. 6th time this year, Phillip has put up 20 points or more. 21 now for Phillip, and then a charge whistled against the Marque. Offensive foul against the Cougars. It's called against Darren Brown. 20-point lead matches the largest of the night for the Greyhounds, who have gone with a razor-thin rotation. Only 6 players have played for Boerne. They have fresh legs. Greyhounds last played on Saturday, while the Marque last played 2 nights ago. perhaps on the way to another lopsided win. Boerne won in the opening run over Gonzales by 35. On top by 20. As they have an eye towards a third-round matchup against Livonia. Phillip, Stiles, Hendricks, Galloway, ball touching every hand for the Greyhounds, but a missed three by Stiles. Galloway, though, the offensive rebound, and Boerne can reset. Again, on that possession, all 5 Greyhound players touched the ball. Great ball movement by Coach Kimball McCone's team, and Boerne's been known for that this year. They're averaging 16 assists a game. In the regular season, over 56% of all Greyhound field goals came off of assists. A figure, a stat I'm sure Coach McCone is pleased with. That's Galloway inbounds to Phillip. 2 minutes gone by in the fourth. Greyhounds on top by 20. Phillip, the drive, the drop step, and the rebound slapped out to Garner. Labarque can't waste too much time. Again, the margin for error for the Cougars, paper thin. But Boerne's zone defense making the decision process longer for the Cougars, forcing them to use clock. Contested shot is good for Wayne Green. 7 of the game for Green. A much-needed basket there for the Marque. But still a lot of wood to chop, trailing by 18 as we approach 5 minutes to go. Here's Whitby. Pass inside. Hendricks, wide open layup. Houston Hendricks, a sophomore, his first bucket. Lead back out at 20 for the Greyhounds. Really tough shot put home by Anthony Edwards. Rian Anthony Edwards again in traffic. Hung in the air for a while, goes glass and cuts the lead down to 18. 11 for Edwards. But again, the Cougars desperately need stops. Here's Galloway. Drives baseline against Edwards. Can't finish. Hendricks is there for the stick back. Back-to-back baskets. Houston Hendricks. Son of the Greyhounds head football coach, Shea Hendricks. Turnover as Green threw it right to Galloway. Galloway, the quarterback for Coach Shea Hendricks' football team. Committed to playing Division I baseball at Texas State. Good all-around athlete for the Greyhounds. Here's Galloway inside. Again, Boerne not rushing here, leading by 20. And that shot counts in the foul. A chance for a three-point play. Luke Whitby with the Baker's dozen, 13. And the Greyhounds are pulling away with 3 minutes and change left. As Rashawn Galloway heads to the bench for the Greyhounds, this night might be done. And now Coach Kimball McCone talking with the official on the far side of the floor. And it looks like there's an open cut on Whitby. That's being attended to right now. Again, let's remind you about the bracket in Class 4A Region 4. And it appears that Boerne is less than 4 minutes away from a date with the Livonia Bears in the region quarterfinal round. Again, Livonia a winner last night over West Oso, 60-39. And don't forget, more high school playoff basketball comes your way on the Greyhounds Sports Network tomorrow. The Greyhound girls taking on Divine in the region semifinals, a game you can watch right here on GSN. Top scorers in the game. Greyhounds led by Ben Phillip. He has 21. Devin Stiles has 18 for Boerne. And Whitby now has a baker's dozen, 13. The Cougars led by Kevin Boone, 16 points. Rianne Anthony Edwards has 11. Again, Greyhound fans, a number of them made the trek over here to Yoakum High School. And it appears they'll have more travel plans coming up in the days ahead. Here's Luke Whitby, again a 4-year varsity player. Showed Coach McCone what he's made of early in his career. Had a 22-point game as a freshman, and he has 14 here tonight. The Greyhounds, by the way, are a perfect 8 of 8 now from the foul line. In control, a commanding 23-point lead, 64-41, with 3.5 to go in the fourth. Again, the Marque had played so well down the stretch. Won 14 of their final 15 before this game tonight as Garner hits the floater for his first basket. But barring a miraculous comeback, it appears their season will come to an end. After a brief playoff run, something this program not accustomed to over the last 10 years. Running into a buzzsaw of the Greyhounds, though. 5th-ranked team of the state playing like it tonight. Open, Phillip, corner, 3, good. 6 threes for Ben Phillip, 24 points in the game. Too shy of matching his season high, put up 26 against Marble Falls. A 67-point night. This is the most that Lamarck has given up in almost 2 months. That foul is the first Boerne has been called for in the half. They have done a phenomenal job of defending without fouling. As now Coach McCone going deeper into the bench. Cody Shope into the game. That's going to be it for Devin Stiles. 18 tonight for Stiles. 3 shy of matching his season high of his own. And a chance now for a 4-point play for Wayne Green. Green fouled shooting a 3. And Green is now the 3rd Cougar in double figures. He has 10. And this will be the first free throw of the game attempted by Lamarck. $11 now for Green. With a little more than 2 minutes left, 20-point Greyhound lead. Lamarck not waving the white flag just yet. Greyhounds break the press. And will use some clock. Gonzalez, the drive got hacked in the act of shooting. And that will send Joaquin Gonzalez to the free throw line where he has struggled this year. Just a 47% free throw shooter this season. Again, Boerne 23-3. To beat this Greyhound team, you have to take away their efficiency on offense. The 3 games Boerne has lost, the Greyhounds have it held to 43, and that was in the season opener, 49 and 53 points. But this team is averaging 72 points a game, while they're only giving up 44. It's a good recipe for success. 1 of 2 for Gonzalez. As the Marque looks for a miraculous 2-minute run here. But it would take a monumental collapse by Boerne to cough up a 21-point lead with 2 minutes to go. Again, the only Lamarck lead came at 4-3. It has been all Greyhounds since then. They went on an immediate 13-2 run as Cooper hits his second 3. Cuts the lead out of 18. And with Lamarck applying some more pressure, it's worth noting that Galloway's not out there right now as the Greyhounds turn it over. Taken away by Green. All the way to the rack. He got hammered. And if the Cougars are going to find a formula for a miraculous comeback, stop of the clock will help. Oh, look at the foul here. Hendricks up in the air is the one whistled for the foul. And to the free throw line is Green, who was working on an 11-point night. Talk about Boerne ranked 5th in the Class 4A rankings at the end of the regular season. Marque was ranked 16th. And a very good district as Coach McCone looks on. And he will bring Galloway back into the game and take Schwolp and sit him back down just to be sure that Boerne can salt the game away. Green good on both. Good fourth quarter for Wayne Green. It's a 6-possession game with 90 seconds to go. Greyhounds just can't be themselves. Whitby the drive, can't finish, can't get the putback, and here come the Cougars. And Boerne didn't use much clock in that possession. 3 in transition. Well, that had gone down, things would have gotten really interesting. Instead, a turnover following an offensive rebound as Javion Edwards throws it away. Galloway into Gonzalez, fumbles it, and it's taken away by Edwards. Another Greyhound miscue. Layup missed by Edwards. Javion Edwards. And 2 buckets that Marque desperately needed didn't go down. And their chances of a comeback dwindling away here. 16-point lead, under a minute left. And Marque is not fouling. Phillip has already made 6 threes in this game. Misfires there. Anthony Edwards shot swatted away by Hendricks. A good inside presence for the Greyhounds this year. The sophomore stands at 6'3". Could be the quarterback, by the way, the future for the football program as Galloway's career winds down to a close. He's been the Greyhounds' top rebounder this year. Good shot blocker as well as the Greyhounds start emptying the bench. Gonzalez will sit down. Cager Van Stavern takes his place. Also out there for the Greyhounds, Trevor Agarwal. And Schwolp back in as well. While Hendricks and Galloway, the regular rotation players, stay on the floor. Corner 3, off target. Agarwal the rebound. As Hendricks can't track down the pass, but then deflects the ball for the Cougars, and Boerne can dribble it out. Instead, Hendricks will lay it in for the little icing on the cake. And for the 4th consecutive year, the Boerne Greyhounds are region quarterfinal bound. A date with Lavernia awaits Boerne. An end-to-end win over Marque. The Greyhounds trail for all of a few seconds, and they were in command of this one nearly from the tip. A 70-52 win over Marque, and the 5th-ranked Greyhounds are moving on to take on Lavernia and the Bears in the region quarterfinals. Big night for Ben Phillip. For Boerne, 24 points. Devin Stiles, 18. Luke Whitby puts up 14 of his own. A big trio for the Greyhounds. Too much for the Cougars to overcome as Boerne wraps this one up over Marque by final of 70-52. On behalf of our entire Wick Productions crew and the Greyhounds Sports Network, I'm Brant Freeman saying good night from Bulldogs Gym. The final score, Boerne 70, Marque 52 in round 2 of the 4A playoffs.